Shadow Strays is a new martial arts action epic that just released on Netflix a few days ago, directed by Timo Tjahjanto. If you don't know who that is, stop the video right now and check out some of this man's work. The Night Comes for Us, Headshots, Killers, When the Devil May See You. Like, this man has a track record of action and horror that is just dying to be discovered by people who haven't discovered it yet. If you have not seen any of Timo's work, please go check it out. Stop watching this video. Stop, just fix your life. Okay, fix your life and go watch his shit. Now that you have, or now that you already have, or now that you don't have time or don't care to right now, welcome to my review for The Shadow Strays. This movie is about a teenage assassin who decides to defend a young boy from a crime syndicate. When she defends this boy and takes him under her wing, she ends up defying her mentor and she ends up defying the organization that she works for. Thus, it creates a conflict. Thus, we have a movie about a girl and a boy and about a bunch of criminals and crime syndicates and assassin guilds and stuff. I did see the trailer and I am a big fan of Timo, so I was already excited for this going into the movie. My expectations were already high as fuck, but holy shit. Do not be surprised if we get to the end of 2024 and you see me in a video sitting here saying, yeah, The Shadow Strays, that was the best action movie of the entire year. Can we just get to the cinematography and the camera work, because Timo was deep in his duffel bag in this movie. There's such a kinetic feel to the camera. It's never static. It's always in movement. It's always shifting and moving with fluidity to different angles and different positions. Really, when it comes to the pacing of how things are filmed, there's something frenetic about it too. What you have here is controlled chaos in the form of elite camera work, and that applies itself to everything from the cinematography, which displays a fair bit of visual storytelling, but it mostly lends itself to some of the incredible action in this movie. The action scenes, the fight scenes are wild. They're nuts. They're bananas. Pick any other food that implies craziness. Everything beautifully shot within camera, a lot of long takes, wide takes where you get to see all of the action and all of its fluidity and stupendous visual splendor. And when they do make cuts, the cuts make sense, the edits make sense, and you still get to see and hear and feel everything. There's such a visceral, immersive flow to the action and the fights and the stunts in this movie. When you combine great choreography with great camera work, with great editing, you get an action masterpiece. And I'm not necessarily saying that the movie is an action masterpiece, but I'm not saying it either. Just when you think that they have topped themselves, they kind of go to another level. They're constantly topping themselves throughout the film. I can't remember the name of the main actress who plays the main character. She plays a character named 13 who's trying to figure out who she is to a certain degree in this movie. She's great, and she also develops this relationship with this kid, this boy in the movie. A movie with a lot of criminals and assassins and shitty people all around. It's nice to have one central relationship that you can latch onto, that you can root for, where you can be invested in their survival and their well-being. Some of the characters are just in the movie to fulfill a quota and to like be what they're supposed to be for the movie. There's definitely more going on beneath the surface of these characters, and there are scenes and storylines put into the movie specifically to advance it, and it's not just all about the action. I would say the movie's paced really well. I was never bored. I feel like everything flows and moves really good. Again, shout out to the great editing. It's bloody and it's gory. Timo doesn't hold anything back. Obviously, no restraints if you've seen any of his other work. It combines some of the gunplay that you would see from John Wick with like some of the knife work that you would see from like ninja movies, and this movie is definitely very ninja based, so if you're into that type of shit, there's no way you're not gonna like this movie. When it comes to the story and the script for the movie is a little bit thin. And that's more of a nitpick than anything, because I did enjoy what they put out on screen. There's no question that it's a familiar story, and it's a story that you've seen a lot, and it's a story that doesn't really have a lot going on beyond its core principles. The movie's also a little bit uneven when it comes to the overall storytelling. It does jump around a little bit. It goes to different things that don't really feel that important to the overall big picture of the movie. There are some aspects of the movie that suffer because of this. It also does feel like there are some scenes missing from this movie. Obviously, every movie has missing scenes. I'm just saying, like, when you watch the movie, it feels like the edit specifically took scenes away that could have filled in the gaps and explained a few things a little bit more. The end of the movie, again, nitpick, not really a huge deal, but it screams sequel bait in one of those ways where it's just like, it's the most obvious tacked on thing. Timo has probably set this thing up to be a duology or a trilogy or whatever it's supposed to be, but it felt a little bit awkward. It felt like one of those Marvel phase or comic book. I shouldn't use Marvel as a scapegoat. It's more so like comic book movies. It sets itself up to be that at the end of the movie, and that felt a little bit awkward because it felt like the most obvious, hey, come back next time. I had a blast with this movie beginning to end. It has elite action scenes. It also has an emotional story that you are rooting for. It has emotional stakes in that way. It has really good performances. The chick playing the main character in this movie might be a superstar by the time it's all said and done. I had a great time with The Shadow Strays. It's a really dope ass movie. I'm gonna leave this one in the Silver Age for Man of Steel. Those are my thoughts on The Shadow Strays. Hope you guys check it out. It's on Netflix. What's your favorite martial arts or ninja based movie of all time? Put that in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe to the Superfan Show, and if you like what you see, tell me how you feel, and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.